Speech 2, Take 2. These are my 5 audience members. Make sure you get yourself as well. Alright, let's get started. Recently, if you hear the name BTS, you may not think of the acronym behind the scenes anymore. Instead, what comes to a lot of minds across the world is the now famous Korean boy group that has taken over the pop scene. The amount of success that they have now was unheard of and was surprising for even BTS's own fan base. Why did they spread so fast, and what is the K-pop phenomenon? First things first. For us to understand K-pop, let me explain to you all what is the Hallyu Wave. Anybody know what the Hallyu Wave is? You know what the Hallyu Wave is?
No, he don't. She don't. She don't. I don't. No.
Okay. The Hallyu Wave isn't new, but it has been growing incredibly fast for years now. But to keep the explanation short, it stands for the South Korean cultural economy of exporting pop culture, entertainment, music, and digital media. K-pop is simply short for Korean pop or popular music, and is one of the things that falls under the giant umbrella that is Hallyu. Before BTS, there were 2 other groups that were pretty big across the globe that goes by the names Big Bang and 21. These 2 groups were huge acts on the K-pop scene and earned a net worth of 44 million and 8 million respectively. So why weren't they as widespread as BTS is now? That's when we get into this funny thing called globalization. With modern technology, we can talk and see people from all over the world with just a tap of our phones and computer screens. Globalization is the shared information of cultures to different parts of the world. And now it's so easy for us to do so that the blending and learning of new cultures can be done without too much effort. When we gravitate towards another culture, the first things we experience will most likely be an art form. To most, when we travel, we'll probably want to try another culture's food as an introduction. But these days, you will most likely be introduced to something new by music or art that has been shared all over the internet. With the widespread usage of social media platforms such as YouTube and Twitter, globalization has not only become a way to share information about cultures, it's also generated a heavy market to buy and sell for these cultures as well. K-pop is known to have big fandoms, which are literally fans that group together to discuss their favorite artists, music, and other forms of pop culture. These fandoms, combined with the quick wildfire that is social media, can spread their influence and hype about their favorite acts to massive amounts of people who may not have ever heard of K-pop. It also helps that K-pop is generally marketed extremely well and more formulaic than in the West. Music videos are generally shot extremely well and are brighter and more colorful than anything in the West. It is usually the first drawing to new fans because South Korean companies put a lot of monetary budget towards these videos. Fans are also invited and encouraged to collect different merchandising. Even individual album sales are considered keepsakes and merchandise, often doubling as photo albums. These create a lot of buzz in respective fandoms and draws more attention towards the act, in this case K-pop. There's even the practice of fan signings that have grown extremely popular. Fans get to have personal interactions with their favorite celebrities, and in turn, celebrities will receive gifts and will feel closer to the people that support them. Celebrities in Korea, also known as idols, are looked up to and celebrated proudly both online and in real life. In America, celebrities get to market themselves however they please and are usually made famous by source of scandals, which are such a trope in America that they are expected right now. But in Korea, idols are made to have the perfect image since they will be considered role models. Pop music is heavily censored in South Korea, and the people who perform it are just as censored. People are also interested in K-pop because of the stories of how idols and how much they have to do before they get a chance to perform. Idols often have to train for years before they debut. For example, that BTS group we were talking about, some members trained for 8 to 10 years before they were allowed to debut. Not to mention that debuting is not a guarantee if someone joins a company, so the odds were really stacked against them. Stories like this draw in even more people to the K-pop industry. Another big draw to this rising industry is that a lot of K-pop groups and soloists come up with a lot of philosophical concepts to accompany their music, and both Korean and international fans enjoy this more than the same songs about partying and obtaining money. It gives the audience a chance to analyze and come up with meanings about the music and the music videos. Their music truly reaches out to help others as well. With BTS, they've used their popularity and music video concepts to spread messages about mental health awareness, the struggles of transitioning into adulthood, and loving humanity as a family. But they are not the only group to do this, as many other groups such as VIX and 4 Minute have also been known to do this as well. K-pop has grown immensely for a multitude of reasons, and the popularity of the genre looks as though it will continue to grow. Overall, the spread of K-pop has been a long journey, and it is finally hitting the mainstream audience. It has become loved and appreciated by multiple people simply because of its positive energy and the pretty images that come with it. I hope this crash course helps understand the real world of K-pop that always comes across their timelines on Twitter and Facebook. Thank you. And my 4, 5 audience members. 5.